Good afternoon, everybody on YouTube. This is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. Okay, this is a part 2 of today's video, which was I spoke to you guys recently. I told you I'm recapping this servo board for the CartraVision machine. As I suspected, I pulled out all these old Mylar caps with the crimping on the end. These are real garbage. I cannot believe they thought something like this would fly. But unfortunately, they were not designed to be in very non-use humidity and dirty areas where these contacts would get infected. And because it's just barely touching the Mylar, these little wires, they're not even sealed or soldered to the ends. Real fucking garbage. But as you can see, I replaced all the high-end ones with new Mylars. These are all the higher-end ones, which are more designed better. And they got sealed ends and they're dipped. So, as you can see, if you look at the board, we got all those Mylars changed out. We got the can caps changed out. I even changed out a modification on this thing. They had these resistors right here. They had like 4 of them stacked to make up like a 37 ohm or whatever the value is. I was able to put one solid resistor in there with the correct value from the schematics. That also keeps problems down in case there's a short or there might be something wrong with the bridging. They were just adding on resistors to make a resistor value. Not a good idea. Always put in the correct resistor one, not stack 5 or 6 of them to make one value. Kind of weird. So anyways, we changed out that resistor. We also changed out this resistor here, which is a wire wound resistor for heat. It's a wire wound 3 watt, which was pretty interesting because the one that was in there was kind of burning up. So I figured I'd change that one out, and that's a wire wound 3 watt resistor. And the one up here is also a 1 ohm wire wound resistor. Changed that one out completely. So this board is pretty much completely done, guys. So it's just going to basically do the same thing on all the other boards on this CartraVision. Got to get the electronics solid. These goddamn shorts and breakages and power for various different reasons because the components are not that good. You'll get functions that won't work because it's not making good continuity or whatever the deal is, like this machine does constantly. And it's a major problem. I think this was a major problem in design, why the machine failed, because they used very cheap components. But anyways, we got all those changed out. And if you step over here and you look at the fish tank, you'll see there's a lot. This is the board I'm going to replace. That's the servo board. We're just going to pop it out and rewire the new one in place and remove that one. But if you look here, you'll notice it's just a few more of those Mylar caps are right in this main board here. And I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that board. And there's maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 on this board, which should be your modulation and audio, I believe. So these are the only 2 boards I'm going to have to put any more of those Mylars in. This one here just needs the electrolytic, so we're good there. So it's not going to be too hard. I got a lot of the Mylars in. So basically, this CartraVision is going to be, as most people have been posting on my previous post, it's pretty much going to be a complete rebuild. Of course, we got the scanner working. You guys already know the scanner is up to par. Got everything fixed on that. Everything loosened up. Got the belts installed. I got the motors working. Got the oh my god, this thing was a bear to fix. Got the belts in place. Put a brand new ends on the fittings. So the scanner, like I said, it's 100%. Everything does function on it. So we got that up to par. Let's just get this fit. I figured now that we've gone halfway to a complete rebuild, we might as well rebuild the damn fish tank. Unfortunately, I didn't plan on changing out all these Mylars. I thought the electrolytics would work, but unfortunately that's not the case. These are crap. If you ever think you're going to attempt to work on one of these machines, I'm going to tell you right now, CartraVision, stay away. I mean, I can't stress that even further. Stay away. It's virtually an impossible machine to fix. I am not kidding you. This has got to be one of the most impossible VTR, VCR, or whatever you want to call it, machine I have ever seen in my life. Made out of cheap parts, you name it. This thing was the biggest piece of crap ever designed. You want to stay away unless you want to be pulling your hair out, kicking the walls, putting your foot through the wall that you're pissed off, you can't fix it. That's about where you're going to be at. But unfortunately, I'm probably halfway through my saga. You got the scanner done, just gotta finish all this bullshit on this fish tank. And I think we'll get all the functions to engage and lock. And then once you get it to that point, it's basically going to be the last point of the repair, which is going to be these crappy ass CartuVision tapes. They're going to have to be cleaned, they're going to have to be baked, and I'm going to have to figure out some type of jig. Hopefully they're not too decomposed and I can get these to play through the machine. But the tapes are going to be the last big problem to this CartuVision rebuild because of the fact they will not pull through the machine due to the contamination of the tapes. So we're making big progress on the CartuVision. We're going to get to the final countdown on this fish tank, and once we get everything actually working, the actual tapes would be the last of the process, and hopefully we'll be able to start doing transfers from this. So I hope you guys enjoy this video.